This is where 99% of all riders fall apart. Let me talk to you a little bit about the progression and where people go wrong. Trust me, I've done this for over 30 years. At 6 hours, the average person tends to find their mojo, okay? Let's settle it once and for all. How many hours do you need to actually get cycling fit? Because unless you're a pro on a 20-hour-a-week training plan with a personal chef and 0 kids called Chaos or a boss called Mr. Wank Chops, you've probably wondered, am I doing enough? Should I be riding longer? And why am I so goddamn tired, coach? And still slow. Look, in this video, I'm going to help you. I'm going to take you on a 3-step journey that will give you a plan that will follow. How much time do you actually really need? What workouts actually really matter? And how to recover without living in a cryo chamber or climbing some mountain and doing yoga with goats. Okay, step 1, I want you to plan your workouts around life, not the other way around, okay? The key thing is, most people are trying to squeeze chaotic life into the perfect training plan, and it just won't work. So I want you starting here. The truth is, you only need 4 to 6 hours a week of training to make serious gains. I'm talking really serious gains. That's 3 to 4 key sessions. I would like you to aim for 4, and I'm going to explain why. But I need you understanding touch points. These touch points are your workouts, and they need to be the correct intensity for you. This means stretching your body with manageable overload. But look, if riding 3 hours is just a means of being able to drink more beer, eat more pizza, look, that's fine, totally fine. But if you want to make real gains with your fitness, real gains with your health, your longevity, you've got to understand this. The workout is only the stimulus. It places the overload on the cardio, the muscular, the nervous system. If your adaptation from the stimulus, your recovery, is fueled like Homer Simpson on holiday, then what the fuck? What are you complaining about? You're smart enough to click a button to play this video. You're smart enough to know that. So it might look like this. Train Tuesday, train Thursday, train Saturday and Sunday. There is no need to find time in between and kid on that you're doing some training or I'm doing a recovery session. I need you thinking about high quality training and high quality recovery. And even if you apply this for 4 weeks, you're gonna see gains, okay? Apply pressure on one of those sessions to the pedals, and I mean serious pressure. I need you to turn up like a warrior. This is an RPE 8 to 10 for that hour. The rest of the sessions, zone 2. You spin for 1 hour in your zone 2 where you're in control of your breathing, and the RPE is anywhere between a 4 to a low 6. Now trust me, after 4 weeks or so, you're going to find that 1 hour of zone 2 goes to 90 minutes. It's going to go to 2 hours. It's going to start increasing, but if you stick to the formula of just the 4 workout touch points in the week, you'll start to see progress because you'll manage the chaos better. Suddenly, chaotic time is becoming much more controlled and you don't feel like a bag of shit, okay, all the time. And you're not forcing yourself onto the bike in the days where you should be recovering because the chaotic life still exists, and every now and then it comes up and it punches you in the face and it's dropping in stress into your system. That oxidative stress is drowning you in inflammation. Come on, stick to 4 touch points a week and build them up. High quality training, high quality recovery. You're bright enough to follow that. Imagine riding with intention, not with a focus just to hammer out miles to gain kudos and some chocolate virtual medal. You see, the real focus is in life itself. Far too many riders are escaping for hours to escape life. Work and family and dog vomit. These are real matters that people are not present at. If you're present at those matters at hand, then the bike becomes a reward. And psychologically, we know in studies that when it's a reward, you value it better. By valuing it better, you apply a greater strategy to the intention. Now, if you make sense of that, then well done. But understand this, there are countless studies out there that show that 4 hours a week is the baseline minimum that we want you to aim to. It works. 44 hours or 14 hours is nonsense for most people. Hit the 4 and you'll be on the path to success any more than the 4, and you'll be lying on the floor. Okay, step 2, let's do the workouts that really matter. So we're using 4 sessions a week. Now this works even if you're an advanced rider, because it may get you to think about redialing high quality training back into your program. Now what I want you to do is to think of the 3 plus 1. That 1 is the key breakthrough session. Breakthrough just means we're going to go through your threshold heart rate. We're going to work super hard. We're going to work our ass off. You know, we're going to sweat. We're going to work our balls off. Give me some speed, rock. Okay, I'm getting a bit carried away there. Whatever you say in your country, we cross that line, boom, we go. We got to do that, okay? Now, I would have it done in 3 weeks, rest week, and then another 3 weeks. So you do this single effort and you progress it each week, take a rest week. Now let's start with VO2, real simple. Like I said, I've got a free training plan. The link is floating about, it's in the description. You can click that, listen to me talk a little bit about VO2, and then you can access 8 weeks of training from that link. But here's how you do it. You take the shorter efforts, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. You're looking for, if you're using power, 120 to 130% of your FTP. If you haven't got power, you're looking to hit an 8 or a 9 RPE, but you're trying to sustain that for the whole workout. When you add up all your intervals, you should never be over 20 minutes total time. Now the way I would do it is you start with 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Let's say you do 6 of them, that gives you 3 minutes. You can play around then with 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Add them up so that you've roughly got 5, 6 or 7 of these little intervals in one block. Take anywhere between 1 and 3 minutes rest between a block and carry on and get it up to 20 minutes. Now to progress it, you want to reduce the recovery time and you want to try and get it to a period of half the workout time. Yeah, so if you do 30 seconds, you do 15 seconds recovery. So you don't keep increasing the power. This is where a lot of riders get caught out and they burn out, they can't finish the workout and they're complaining, but the numbers don't replicate the correct intensity. Remember the stimulus? Remember the overload? It takes time. Be patient. Now do this for 3 weeks, take a week off and then come back and start again, but keep progressing it. That's a real simple way, and as I said, my workout plan will show you how to do that. Now in the other 3 efforts, I would concentrate on at least 2 of them being controlled zone 2. Now if you do that outside, come on, real zone 2. Don't be a fanny and drift into zone 3 just because someone's passed you on an e-bike called Eric. Eric, he lives 2 doors down from you. You know who he is, but you're progressing because his ass is getting bigger because he's going home and drinking the beer and eating the pizza, etc, etc. Stick to it, it's your plan. But then on the 3rd ride, this could be zone 2 as well, but it's an adventure ride. What I mean by that, it's a skill session. Maybe you go off-road, maybe you go gravel, mountain biking, or maybe you practice cornering, maybe you practice different positions on the bike. You've got to add a stimulus that breaks up the routine because you're not bored in training. It's you that's making it boring because you're climbing on the bike thinking, I have to get on the bike to do a workout. You're not thinking about, I get on the bike because I can, because I love the bike. The bike is such a beautiful machine at allowing you to tap into an elixir for health and fitness. So don't fuck about with it. Don't waste that time, but build high quality sessions. So, 2 zone 2, real zone 2. Manage the chaotic life, the time will increase. Yeah, and then you really enjoy your recovery and you plan that recovery with family, friends. Suddenly, you're getting a little bit more energy. And then when you turn up for the fight, when it's eyeball to eyeball, eye of the tiger for that hard workout, you embrace it. Because you and I are the same. We love the process. No matter what age we are, we work damn hard in those workouts and we love it. Sometimes we get confused why we're doing it, but we know why we're doing it. We love the process. If you turn up ready for the fight, you will break new levels. You'll be able to punch higher. Stick with it. Do the workouts that work for you. There's a little bit of ranting there, Coach. I'm a bit of a ranter. You see, the trouble is most riders, they go out with good intention in zone 2 and they end up in the zone 3. Think of those 3rd dates. I had one with Elspeth once. You just don't know what to say. You've got an idea in your head, but you've just hit a point in the relationship that you know it's not going any further. But you hang about, you still hang about, because you might get a wee look at our Cocker Spaniel on the way home. You know what I mean, aye. Well, the Zone 3 fanny exists in everyone. You're riding too hard to be Zone 2 and not hard enough to be the key breakthrough workout. Sort out your shit and ride with intention. Remember, the bike is a valuable commodity in the world of longevity. You fuck about with it, and it will fuck about with you. Okay, step 3. Recover like a legend and not a bloody lunatic. I want you to remember that phrase. Look, now, this is where 99% of all riders fall apart. It's not overtraining, it's under recovery. So it's overreaching. But I've told you in steps 1 and 2 how not to overreach. I'm gonna give you another tip now. Okay, but have you ever been told that your eyes are bigger than your belly? Never, because your belly's huge. Okay, right, I get it, right? But let's be honest, you're not overtrained. You're just cooked from life. Stress, poor sleep, skipped meals, arguments about dinner, who's taking the trash cans out, yeah? Mr. Wank Chop's boss giving you deadlines you can't meet. It's not the bike, okay? It's the background load. Most riders who suffer from high levels of fatigue, they've lost that curious side of their thinking. They're not curious about their body and what's going on. They just jump on the bike and they want to smash, smash, smash the stimulus. You can't do that. You're not escaping into a workout. You're going to come back to that stress. Let me talk to you a little bit about the progression and where people go wrong. If you just use the 2-hour rule, your body has stored fuel in the working muscles. So in cycling, lower body, okay? Legs, ass, that type of thing, okay? For about 90 minutes, 2 hours. That's stored fuel. As soon as you go over those times and rides, you know yourself, because you've been Googling and trying to search, how much carbohydrate must I eat on a 2-hour ride? You know what it is. For most people, it's going to fall somewhere around 30 grams. 40 grams, maybe 20 grams for really, really small riders. But when you go over that 2 hours in any given week, more than what you did the previous week, you're stretching yourself to the limit of what you're capable of. Because most people, you're not eating correctly. You're not eating enough on the bike because you're trying to lose weight, and you're skipping meals here and there, and sometimes you just have to eat shit. So think about your training. If you've done 4 hours in week 1, suddenly in week 2, well, I've got 2 days off this week, and then you do 8 hours. Oh, great, you feel like a legend. Then after 2 days into the following week, you're starting to feel a little bit tired, and you're not recovering well, you're not sleeping well. Why is that? Because you've put too much stress on your body and it can't accommodate. You've only got one immune system, and it's your immune system that's got to cater for this fight. That's why I get a sniffly nose then. Yes, so please, if you're going to increase from the 1 hour ride to 90 minutes, do it gradually so that the 4 hours becomes 5 hours. And then the 5 hours becomes 5.5 or 6. And then at 6 hours, trust me, I've done this for over 30 years. At 6 hours, the average person tends to find their mojo, okay? They tend to get a little bit sexy with it. They're into a groove now. They don't need to go searching for 8, 9, 10 hours because they know it's not there, because they're failing in other parts of life, okay? You stick to what you can accommodate. And if you stick within that 2 hours up, 2 hours down as a maximum, trust me, you won't go wrong. Plan the rides around your life chaos. We've all got chaos. We're all busy. We're all the most important people in the house, aren't we? Recover like it's a part of your training. Take it serious if you want to make progress. Without the recovery, you're just going to be riding the bikes like the brakes are on, or your disc brake is squealing at 6 a.m. in the morning when you go by Bobby's house at the bottom of the street. You know what I mean. Pull it loud and wake up that fat. Okay, the journey's long. Dad moonwalk back into shot. Of course it's long. But the thing is, so is YouTube, and I've got so much more for you. Hey, there's a couple of videos floating about that really help you dive into weight loss and also fixing your shit, that bike fit issue that just won't go away. I've got you covered. But as always, look, stay safe, keep smiling, keep spinning, don't overreach, enjoy the bike. You get on it because you can, and never Forget that. It's a gift. I'll see you in the next time. Take care.